A way of life. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Just wanted to come on here to talk about the Aries full moon happening on October 1st. So we'll have Pluto and Capricorn will be very intense for the next 3 to 4 weeks. This is a deep purging of toxicity that's no longer serving our evolution. Um, on the 29th, Mars and Aries will square Saturn and Capricorn. This is strong energy, not to mention um, Saturn will go direct, which is also a strong energy. We can feel a lot of stagnation because Mars in Aries is like move. It wants to move forward, it wants action, it wants to go, but it's bumping up against Saturn, which is regulations, rules, and anything around government. And then on the first, we have the full moon, and full moons are feelings, emotions, things that are going on internally. Um, and it's in Aries, the warrior sign. People could feel very assertive, which is the higher vibration of this energy, or you can be feeling very angry, which is the lower vibration of this energy. Um, yeah, it's not. This is not going to be the best time for Libra season, which is like about balance and you know um love and beauty and all these types of things. Some people are gonna excel in those areas of life. Venus rules love, beauty, money, hair care, um, any kind of natural products, because it's also ruled by Taurus. Venus is also rules Taurus. Good food, natural foods, natural health care, natural beauty, um, fashion, the fashion world. People in those fields could actually either be, having some frustrations within those fields, or being very assertive, and people want to feel beautiful and uh, you know um, what's a good word, not think about the stressors that might be going on the outside world at this time. So there's that going on. Mars in retrograde is more intense in retrograde because it's closer to the Earth. Mars squaring Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto and Capricorn is like, I did a video on this. This was like, what was this, June, July, May, June, July, when all the rioting and stuff was going on. Typically, the energies don't tend to repeat themselves. And I've been talking about this where I feel like, at this point, we've kind of gotten to a place where we've learned how to deal with whatever was coming up at that time and how to move in that energy differently. That's not going to be everybody's story. Some people are still vibrating on a pretty low vibration. And still, it's still a part of the process. So it's bubbling up now with the Breonna Taylor stuff. Something else could come out and really just push everybody over the edge where we start going out protesting and rioting and stuff again. So we'll see. Hoping for the latter of that energy, but you can go back to my Mars and Aries video where I kind of talk about all that stuff. And then we have Uranus and Taurus in a quincunx to the Libra Sun. Um, Uranus is really reinforcing all this Mars energy because it's the revolutionary. It's about taking things to the streets and um, protesting and, standing up for your rights and freedom and, yep, just intensifying that energy. Uh, Libra is about justice and balance, and this could be some surprising, shocking truths again that come out around, you know, all this stuff going on that has to do with fairness and balance and justice. So October 4th, Pluto goes direct. This could be power and control issues, or anything around power, by anyone who has control over you. Very Plutonian issues rise when Pluto goes direct. There could be additional controls and rules and regulations that come out. And then Mercury is going to go retrograde on September 13th until November 4th, opposing the Sun in Libra. So again, that's more social unrest, and it's Mercury, so we're speaking out about it. It's on the news. It's on social media. It's going to be every freaking way you turn. I will not be an astrologer at this time. Okay? I quit. A lot of social unrest around justice, fairness, equality, anger, frustration. And then we have Neptune square the nodes. On the lower vibration, it's what's true and what's not true. Are you going to give in to this energy the same way you did back in June and July when nothing happened? Try something different. Like, how about not reacting, not posting about it? Take it into your spirit. Neptune's a very spiritual sign. Go within, do some meditating, do some activities around how ways to deal with your frustration and anger. Take it inward and deal with it what's in yourself, and watch the reflection on the outside change. We are again getting rid of toxicity for our evolution. That was one of the first things that I mentioned, for things that are no longer good for our evolution. Just so that we're clear. If you are rioting and protesting, even if it's peaceful protests, these are toxic things that we're doing as a society to get results that have not ever worked. What are you going to do differently? Because this is a time for spiritual evolution. Going inward would be a better way to deal with this time. Meditate, tap into your spiritual resources. What kind of rituals do you know of? Or, things of that nature would be better suited, because what you put out is coming from within. So if you're healing your inner issues and taking responsibility for the things that are happening outside of you that you do have control over, okay, and you change that within yourself, then you can change that without. They have a saying in the conscious community, it's called as above, so below. As within, so without. So if we're getting all this frustration and anger and high vibration and low vibration, vibrational energies from up above, how are we dealing with that so below, and taking it in and healing and projecting that light within us outward to change our reality? Easier said than done. And like I said, nonetheless, whoever doesn't like it or not, if that is what tends to happen, all a part of the plan. It's all a part of the plan. So on the higher end of Neptune is unconditional love, spirituality, and healing. So really focusing on your inner self really is the best way to deal with this. But We also know and understand that we don't have all the information. We're not seeing things clearly with all the retrogrades. And even though we have the bigger planets who have been in Capricorn, causing delays and restrictions around a lot of the things that we've been trying to do and understand to move forward, are only just now moving direct. It's still going to take time for those planets to revamp and get back into their fullest potential. So I would say November, and even then we're already fully in eclipse season again. So how about we just say sometime mid-April? Mid-April, we'll start to really get a full picture of why we were going through all these things and what to do to move forward. We'll get bits and pieces as all the other planets begin to gain momentum. But, even with all those other planets, and it being eclipse season, although this eclipse season is a little bit more lighter than the last, still, you know, we're just not seeing things clearly. So it's also really hard for us to make high vibrational decisions. Or the people who have got this down packed and they're about that life, they're the ones who are praying over us, holding us in the white light, and hoping for a different way to deal with these types of things. And hopefully eventually someday we'll all be on the same page. I'll be talking more about eclipse season. I'll be working on those starting right in the beginning of the month of October for lovely November and December. And you'll have those horoscopes due by the end of the month. So stay tuned. I hope this information was helpful. Peace.